It started to look like one of those old Razor flip phone videos for a second there.
Jay, I got into an online argument because I like my Mac. I have a
Mhm.
MacBook Air. So here's the deal.
Oh,
I
guys,
use
you're already
compu-
dealing with fanboys.
True. But these were PC fanboys. So
Yeah.
I've had lots of PCs.
Mhm.
Many of them over the years I couldn't even count. I would get a new one every year for work, notebook, and my experience is that after about a year, you get what they call Windows rot, like things have installed themselves. And I'm not like a total
Yeah.
noob. Like I'm a professional computer guy. I would uncheck all the extra stupid stuff. Even now Oracle's like bundling in Ask Jeeves and shit like
Yeah.
that. But I was real careful. But it seems like after a year, especially after two, there's just something that's gone wrong. It's slower than it used to be. It random. Even now, I've got like some VPN software that wants to launch and
Yeah, you start getting a lot of corrupted registry in PC.
corrupted registry or DLL hell or whatever the heck it
Yeah.
is. It just, I think it's the package management. It makes it run bad. Now, I also have a Mac, and
It doesn't
wa-
do that.
It was expensive, like for what it is. It's not a super powerful computer. I can't really
Yeah.
make videos on it. But
It's good for like traveling or just kind of, doing your browsing thing or even like some gaming depending on what you play.
so I do a lot of sysadmin from Linux, and the Mac has it built right in. It's got all these color schemes for the terminal or whatever, and I'm happy with it. And the battery lasts 10 hours. Even now that
Yep.
it's 2 years old, the battery
Yep.
still lasts 10 hours. If you use it for 5 hours, it charges in 30 minutes. If you use
Yep.
it for 10 hours, it charges in an hour. These things are amazing to me, like that ratio being so good.
Yeah.
And even 2 years later, like I've no desire to upgrade. It's as good as it was the day I got it. It hasn't slowed down. The battery hasn't broken. It's great. And some of the things I like about it, like it has built-in integration, so it's easy to like SMS. And I guess
Right.
Android has that too. It's called AirDroid. Have you ever heard of
Right.
AirDroid?
Yeah. So it's a lot like because iOS on the phone will also integrate iMessage onto Mac OS.
Yeah, and that's amazing to me. Like it just
Yeah.
sort of started working, and now I type every opportunity I get. I'm over 40. I'm not really one of those guys that are great with the thumb keyboard thing like
Yeah.
built into an iPhone, but I've been typing since I was a kid. So if I can, if you guys see me writing like full sentences in my replies, I guarantee you that was from the Mac.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy with it. But I got like extreme hate and karma hits and stuff like that.
But the moment you mention Apple, that's
Karma
what
hits.
happens.
Oh,
That's
I know,
that's
right?
what happens. Like it's the same thing in my world. And if I tell people, hey, I got an iPhone. Like I have an iPhone. I also have the Galaxy. Like I said, I haven't used it yet. But I mean, I have my iPhone because I like simplicity on my phone. I live a technical life. I don't do anything hardly on my phone. The wife has MacBooks. She also has a desktop I built her, but she has her MacBook. And it's just the mere mention of it, mentioning Mac in the PC realm for me. Everyone just kind of like goes off the deep end. It's kind of the same thing if I mention console. The PC, the PC Master Race folks that follow me, they go off the deep end and, oh, I'm unsubbing, blah, 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 stupid shit. There's no winning those
I
arguments.
had two Samsung phones, and people give me a hard time because I get the name wrong. But getting names wrong is my thing. It's like the S3 and S4. What were they?
Yeah,
The
they're Galaxy.
Yeah, I had two of those, and they were great for vlogs, by the way, because you could switch the camera mid-roll,
And they were
you
high
could do
quality.
the picture-in-picture. And yeah, it's a good camera, but or it's a good phone. But the challenge was it crashed. The specific symptom I had is when I left the map to go anywhere else, Google Maps would crash. And this is an Android, right? Google stuff should work on an Android, but yeah. So anytime I wanted to like change the song or something, I'd have to re-enter the address I was going to while
Yeah.
driving. It was a wreck.
Well, I got news for you. The iOS or iPhone is the same way now. I mean, ever since, like Steve Jobs died, everyone was like, oh, the quality is going to go to shit. And it has been. Like, iOS has crashed on me more since owning this iPhone 6 than any of my other iPhones in the past, period.
Really? Mine's never crashed.
Yeah, this one here will give me like, it's called a springboard crash, where it just all of a sudden the Apple logo appears and you're back to the icon screen, the home screen. Or I'm in Safari and I just get a random crash to desktop. So what that is, that's like bad memory allocation in iOS. And I only know that because this company I worked for, we wrote software for iOS, and so it's just little things like that are creeping into the system. So, or like I'll rotate the phone and everything will or like half the screen will orient landscape and the other half is rendered portrait, and it didn't actually go. So the only way I could get it to work is to restart the phone. Stupid stuff like that.
I've never seen any of that, but I believe you. I wonder what we're doing differently. Maybe I'm doing less.
You're probably doing less, or I'm just going longer
jailbroken?
with restarts. No, this isn't jailbroken. I used to jailbreak, but I don't even see the point in that anymore. I just don't do anything on my phone because when I'm out, like, other than just kind of doing the normal, like, checking up on the social media stuff, I don't do anything on my phone.
Yeah, I don't do much either. I use the Reddit app. I use the browser.
Cal's like, fuck it, I'm out.
SMS. Yeah. Kyle's sick.
I'm trying to keep up. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a power user, but it's just where I tether sometimes. That helps. But I don't know. It just works. I still need a PC because I play games and I use it to render my videos because it's powerful. But I don't know. The Apple world is nice too.
Well, my wife and I are shopping for a new laptop for her right now, and we went down to the store and we looked around and we kind of walked away and didn't make a purchase because we're torn right now. Like, do we get her a PC or do we get her a MacBook? Because she has a 2009 MacBook Pro, like a 13-inch. Great. And how many PCs do you know that can run 6 years on a laptop form factor and just keep going strong?
Yeah.
And really, her computer's just starting to become a bit slow for a lot of what she wants to do because the tech has changed so much in 6 years, even for Mac. But damn, the cost though, man, $1,299 starting for a decent 13-inch Pro. It's just so expensive.
I just got my daughter a computer, and I don't know what's expensive because I got her a Yogi or a Yoga 2 years ago. Actually, a year and a half ago. And it's done already. The keyboard stopped working, and to the point where she had to like press super hard. The mouse gave up a long time ago. She had to have an external mouse, and now it's overheating and it won't boot consistently, which is a big deal because she uses it in school. And if it doesn't boot when she needs it in class, then that's an issue.
And that's the way like PCs have always been for me on laptops. Yeah, the hardware is cheap.
Exactly. So I got her a MacBook Air this time. The one that just came out, and I hope it lasts for her like it has for me. Like
what grade is she in?
Sophomore.
Oh yeah, so that'll last her through the rest of high school and into college if she goes to college or whatever. But it's that strong of a platform. I don't do fanboys. I don't subscribe to the fanboy ideology. I don't pick a side. I'm a fan of tech. So when people like draw lines in the sand and then they all want to line up and just turn it into fanboy wars, I don't do that. I hate that with a passion.
Yeah. Some guy on Reddit hurt my feelings. I'm just saying.
And that guy is an asshole, and I'll say it.
Yeah,
he can unsub you and leave Minecraft and all that shit. Fuck him.
Yeah, screw that guy.
It's very brave.
I was just like, they were saying that the new MacBook, not the MacBook Air, but the new MacBook, you can see it's only like the amount of computer would almost fit into a phone. And people are talking about how awful it is. And
the logic board on it it's only like a quarter of the size of the case. The rest is battery.
Yeah. And everyone's talking about how terrible that is on Reddit. And I just chimed in. I'm like, I've got something similar with my MacBook Air. And I kind of just web browse, email, sysadmin. And
that's where it started, right?
Goof off, right? Like I'll watch videos on it too. And they were just like, oh, that's terrible. I could do that on my Chromebook for $150. And it was like, I don't know. In the PC
Chromebook
world,
is going to last 2 years.
I've always had these issues, and they accuse me of spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt and crap like that. And I was like, I'm just happy with the thing I bought, and that's all.
Yeah, you weren't putting down PC. You were just praising what you have and saying it works for you.
Yeah,
that's the thing, though. You get your fanboys. And the fanboy mentality is, you use and like something different than me, therefore you're putting me down. That's how fanboys operate, and I hate that so much. I can't even put into fucking words how I feel when I watch fanboy arguments, and it's just, I guess because I don't understand it, it enrages me when I see people take these arguments to just such stupid extremes to where both people look retarded.
But when it's between consoles, I thoroughly enjoy it. Watching console fanboys battle each other is my favorite online war.
Well, imagine from my perspective, you've got Sony and Microsoft fanboys going back and forth at it, and then of course everyone's like, oh well, PC Master Race, we're up here, blah blah blah.
Right.
So I've done some videos in the past where I ran over my Xbox 360 with my truck. Because
truck, by the way,
It's a Durango. It's an
Okay,
SUV.
we'll
so.
accept that.
So I ran it over with that. I was turning the tire on it. I did burnouts on it and everything. This was a video I did. Boogie actually, we did a very similar video. We were like, let's start a protest against Microsoft. This was back when they the rumor of like always on DRM and stuff with the Xbox One. So that was kind of our protest of it. So of course all the PC Master Race folks were like, yeah, but they didn't realize it was already a red ringed Xbox that I had laying around. So of course I wasn't wasting perfectly good stuff. They thought I was. They thought I was, crushing a perfectly good Xbox. So later on, I did a video in the living room, and in the background you could see my new Xbox Elite that was back there. And I took so much shit. People were like, "Oh my god, you have a PC? You're a traitor to the PC Master Race." And I thought they were joking. And so many people legitimately, there was fallout for the fact that I own a console. And I'm like, "What is this? What is this shit? I don't understand this."
Those people are silly, and I'll say it right here: silly.
Wow.
Yep. But
Are you sure you want to stick with that word? It's pretty bold. Yeah.
So,
you might want to tone that down a spot, Woody. I don't know.
That's some
you want that to hit the
MSNBC level
airwaves?
riskiness.
I thought he was going to say, cotton-headed Nicky Muffins.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of sucks, having a channel that's based purely around a particular genre of a niche. It's so drilled down into this niche, but whatever. I mean, there's several 100,000 people that enjoy it, and I'm okay with that. So I figure there's more out there somewhere. We just got to find them.